Hello and welcome back. We're at Southside Dragway today. Want to do a little update. They've been working their butts off as usual. Look at this patch. There's no giant crater. There's a patch there, more patches out there. So all the holes and giant craters that were in the surface out here in the return road and the entryway in, they got that all fixed. Tim Baldrich from I-64 Motorplex donated all these barriers. They got a bunch over there, so that's incredible. Oh, Ellie's already run away and she's all the way up there. Look at this. This is a good sign. We got a dragger, got some old slicks, so you know they're going to be dragging the track. I know all you bracket racers, including myself, will be excited about that. That's a huge question I hear almost every day is, are they going to bracket race here? Are they going to get a timing system? The answer is yes. It just takes money to do those things. And there's a whole lot of other improvements and infrastructure that has to happen first, and they're doing it. So patching the road, this building is painted. They got a broom here doing some excavation work. I know they're gonna be rolling the wet spots in the pits, so anybody who's concerned about that, that's getting done. Let me go around the front and show you some other stuff that they've done. Actually, look at this wall. They had to dig this up. The water supply was broken off somewhere in the ground or in the wall, and they couldn't find it. So they did a lot of work to dig that up. You can see they had to dig up a little bit of the lanes here. Already fixed it. Looks great. Look at the wall. All the guys who have raced here over the years, you'll know this has changed colors quite a few times, but most recently it was painted black. And last time we were here, they were just getting started, but they scraped everything off and repainted it black, and it looks really good. And if you ever bought paint before, you know the stuff ain't cheap. So again, the Smiths are investing the money and investing the time, and they're doing it right. So let's move up here, see what else we got. Look like somebody's been out here with the rattle can. They got the guardrails painted back red. Looks great. Like I said, this whole building's been painted. You can see the PA equipment in there. My buddy Matt actually came down here and did a bunch of work to get the PA working. So the speakers are working. That building has been painted. The stairs have been painted. If you can see over there, look at all those bleachers all the way down, and then there's another set way down there. So should be plenty of seating. Like I've mentioned before, no prep people really don't care. They'll BYOC and they will stand. They don't mind at all. So I really cannot wait to see these lanes packed full of people. I'm just really excited. I can't stop thinking about it. Hopefully some people will point toward my car when betting. I hope that happens. Well, Ellie found a set of stairs to run up. The girl loves to climb. You know, if there's a place that will elevate her, that's where she's gonna be. All right, evidence of work being done here, but check this building out. Brand new paint job, even did the stripes. Looks excellent. They're doing all kinds of work. Man, I hope you guys can see the amount of effort and investment that is going into this place. So anybody who complains, if I hear it, I'm gonna kick you in the head. We don't want to hear it, okay? These guys they're investing everything they got to get this place back rocking and rolling, and they're doing it correctly, and they're doing a great job. Case in point, my man Ben's out there just mowing away. A lot of mowing to do. Check out how good they did on these bleachers. So again, plenty of seating, bleachers all the way down and all the way down there, but look how good they rolled this limestone out. Is this limestone? Help me. Bill Hoskinson, what is this rock? I don't know. But they did a great job. I think the old man would be proud. Speaking of that, my wife really likes any time that Bill gets the excavator out and puts the limestone down and he rattles the bucket. She says very satisfying to watch. So yeah, if you watch this, Bill, thanks. These guys came out here and worked their butts off putting all these boards on. Bolt by bolt, board by board. They did all this by hand and it looks excellent. Let's check them out. Durability test. Outstanding. All right, another huge update right here. This was something that I'm sure a lot of people were concerned about, is the restrooms. So I know some work was done in here. Let's check it out. We'll check out the ladies first. I don't know where the light switch is. It's got to be here somewhere. Help. I don't know, maybe it's on a breaker somewhere. Got a changing device here. Well, I wonder if there's one of these in the men's. That's always a big deal. You know, dad life, if there's a changing station in the men's bathroom. We'll go check it out. But let's move on. Sinks look great. TP. I'm not gonna mess with that because I don't know if the water's on. Mirrors, check. Brand spanking new toilets, check. There's even a poop getter outer 2000 right there. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda need to use this right now. Whoa. Looks great. Let's go check out the men's. Very nice. You still have the original pea catchers here. So that was left over. That's a very good thing. Sinks still here, working. New faucets. I think that's a soap. What is this? Oh! Brand new toilets. 2 poop getter outers. Brand new, love it. All new plumbing. It's made of plastic, so a meth head should hopefully, in theory, not come in here and steal it. All right, guys, this one's really special. This should let you know that the Smiths are not only cool people, but they're doing things right. Check this out. This is going to be a fully ADA compatible, handicap accessible bathroom. So that is awesome because my mother-in-law is actually handicapped. She is bound to a power chair, and that's a big deal, you know. A lot of people don't think of that, but that's really cool, and it's a great spot for it. And I know the track didn't have that before, so they're making the investment to put that in, and that's very cool. Here's some more of the repair work and patchwork they did on the return road here. Got some patches here, looks great. If you see way on down through there, all the big holes that were there are now patched. This looks like it's been rolled out, should be nice and dry. It just literally poured the rain like a monsoon, and there's only one little puddle here and a puddle there. So I think they rolled that out. Looks really nice. Hopefully the grass will grow good there. Ben's working on cutting the grass now. I wish that we would have been able to drag some mowers out here and help, but you know, maybe another day. We got plenty of lawn mowers. All right, well, I'm gonna make my way back to the lanes, and we are gonna chat about the opener here, the first race that's been held here, first cars down the track in about 8 years, maybe more. We'll discuss the comeback, reopening after however many, 7, 8 years, something. But Happy's gonna be on the light. We're really excited. He runs a tight ship. It's gonna be a good show, and we're racing in it. So let's get up here and talk about it. All right, guys, May 18th is the opener here. So clear your calendars. It's gonna be a big deal. Happy Escobar is going to be on the light. Everybody knows he throws a good show. And check out this surface. The fire department actually came out and sprayed this off. It was really dirty, kind of had some mud on it. But no rubber, nothing at all. That little black spot there is like 8 years old. Actually, I bet you I kick it and it breaks up. So there's no rubber down. It's going to be a very much a virgin surface here. So no prep racers should be excited. It's good for me because I don't have the most horsepower, so we can kind of hopefully get out on some guys and utilize that. But track looks great, man. The paint looks great. The surface looks great. They are going to come paint this part this weekend, so you'll have the whatever color paint over here, and the center will be painted. And everything's coming along. It's looking really good. So again, really excited. And now I'm gonna drive to Huntington, and barring any issues, I'm gonna pick up a new engine for the Vega. So we are gonna try to build an LS. This guy's got an aluminum LS up there, so I'm gonna go look at it. And if it looks decent, I'm gonna get it. And then we're gonna put some twin turb skis on that thing. We're just jumping in with both feet, and then hopefully we can do what these other guys do and run 150 mile an hour out the back of the track, because right now we don't have it. We got a lot of upfront torque, got a lot of power off the line, but it's not going to cut it if we're running guys like the Kraken or KC Max or Billy or Tommy Hoskinson or Gap Train or any of these guys. It's not going to cut it. Hopefully this engine transaction goes good, and I'll outro the video there. See you guys in a sec.
So what are we doing?
I found that. It was behind the dumpster out back.
Doubtful.
It was free. That's an L33 aluminum 5.3 LS with 799 heads. So it's a good engine. I got a pretty good deal on it. So hold on while motorcycle guy vacates the area. I got a pretty good deal on it. Trying to think what else to tell you about it, but I don't know squat about LS's. So my plan is to build this for the Vega. I have a parts list. Hold on, we got another motorcycle guy. Apparently West Huntington is thick with motorcycle people. Okay, so where was I? I don't know what to tell you because I don't know anything about it, for Pete's sake. Okay, I don't know anything about LS's, so I know it's an aluminum 5.3. My plan is to put some type of forced induction on it, whether it be supercharger or turbo. It just depends on what I can find for the least money. So probably turbos. Supercharger would be cool, but I need to make, like, with the weight and chassis that I have of the Vega, I need to make like 1100 to 1300 horsepower to be competitive, I think. So I don't know, but that's it. I'll take you over there. Come on. Where is this casting at? So like I said, it's got 799 heads on it. Somewhere around here it says 5.3. I think it's on the other side, but it is a 5.3. It's not a 4.8, and it's got the good heads, L33 aluminum block. So it is 100 pounds less than what I have. So it'll take some weight off. Turbos and stuff will probably equal it out, but I'm probably making 750 horsepower with my Shafroth 427 small block, and I'm hoping to make over 1,000 and get this thing moving and get some tunability in the Vega so I can ramp in power down the track and soften it up on the starting line for backside or no prep races, things like that. So I'm excited. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not going to be an overnight process. It's going to take me a while to figure out how to build this thing, and I don't know. I'm going to have some help for sure. So if you're local and you're a turbo LS guy, hit me up because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, I got my Rugrats in the truck. We've been out for way too long. Had to drive almost to Ohio to get this thing. So it's been a busy day. Had a lot going on. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. A little update on the Kanawha Valley Motorsports Park, now known as Southside Dragway. May 18th, don't miss the opener. It's gonna be a big deal. We will be there, we'll be racing. Come bet on us, man. You might win 20 bucks or you might lose it. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon. Let us know what you want to see on the channel, please. Put it in the comments. Bye.